Watch out for me, I'm bound to close.
How you doing? Welcome to the Garage, the #1 sports talk show in Oklahoma. I'm your host, Shane Richardson. We have a fire show for you today, a lot of fire topics coming in. We're going to start off with the first round of the playoffs, a very exciting first round that we got here. We're going to start off in the Eastern Conference. You got the Raptors versus the Magics. The Raptors are up 3-1 on the Magics. They play tonight. I think the Raptors will go ahead and finish those guys off and move on to the second round. Next, you got the Sixers versus the Nets. The Sixers are 3-1 on the Nets. I believe the Sixers will go ahead and finish them off, and they'll move on to the second round to face Toronto. So you get Toronto versus Philadelphia 76ers. I think the winner out of that matchup will come down to if the Raptors can slow down Embiid in any way. Embiid has been playing lights out besides the little injury that he has. He's been playing really, really well. Ben Simmons struggled early in the series, but has found his niche and seems to be playing well. Tobias Harris has really stepped up for those guys. Jimmy Butler's been a little up and down, but I believe that Toronto can slow down Embiid, and I believe that they can. I think the Raptors will win that series with their depth. They are the better team top to bottom, and I think Kawhi Leonard will be the best player in that series, okay? You have the Bucks. They swept the Pistons 4-0. Swept the Pistons. The Pistons were a little down without Blake Griffin being hurt, so they struggled. And the Bucks are seem to just be playing at a higher level than the Pistons. You got the Celtics 4-0 the Pacers. They swept the Pacers. Got them boys out of there. The Pacers didn't have a chance without Oladipo. The Celtics really didn't play that well throughout that series. They had some moments, but consistently they didn't play at a high level. I'm looking forward to seeing them play the Milwaukee Bucks and see how they're going to match up with Greek Freak. Someone is going to have to slow this guy down and stop him from dunking on everybody. I think the Celtics have enough people to throw at him to slow him down a little bit. I don't think they will be able to completely stop him. But if he don't get some help, some help from those other guys, Lopez, Middleton, and Bledsoe, then they're going to really, really struggle against the Celtics, because the Celtics come at you in a lot of different ways. They have a lot of different players that can step up on any night. They also going to the Bucks. If they want to win that series, they're going to have to slow down Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is that guy that if he gets going, then there's no stopping the Celtics. So from the Bucks and the Celtics, I have the Celtics winning that series, okay? So we're going to move to the Western Conference. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the West. You got the Warriors 3-1 with the Clippers. I think the Warriors will go ahead and finish the Clippers out and move on to the second round. The Jazz, they beat the Rockets last night to get one game. The Jazz are going to continue to play hard, but I think the Rockets will go ahead and finish them boys off in the next game, which will put the Rockets versus the Warriors. Everybody's been waiting the whole season to see that rematch from last year. Chris Paul got hurt. Everybody thinks if Chris Paul wouldn't have got hurt, then the Rockets would have been the one move on to the NBA Finals. Where you could also say, what if Iguodala wasn't hurt? Then I don't think that series would have went that long. But we're going to find out, because that matchup is coming at you really quick. Once both of them get done with those teams that they're playing, then their matchup is they're gonna face each other. I have the Warriors beating the Rockets in 6 games. I don't think it's really going to be much of a series. I don't see Chris Paul playing at the level that he was playing at last year, and I don't think James Harden being the ISO player that he's been this year, I don't think that style of play is going to help them beat the Warriors, especially when they have nobody for Kevin Durant. And the way Curry's playing, the way Clay's playing, I don't think that they have enough on a nightly basis to beat the Warriors 4 games before the Warriors can beat them. Moving on, you got the Spurs and the Nuggets. This series seems to be going 7 games. I believe the Spurs are going to win this game. Win this series. Whoever wins tonight will definitely be the winner of this series. So I think the Spurs will take care of business tonight, and then they're going to go ahead and finish them off in either 6 or 7 games. Probably 7 games. I don't think the Nuggets are just going to roll over and just play dead for the Spurs. I think the Nuggets are going to come and fight. But at the end of the day, I think Popovich is the overall key to that series. The Blazers versus the Thunder. man, what can we say about the OKC Thunder? Had a good season, but they seem to be on their way out. Dame Lillard has definitely taken that next step to superstar level. And if you don't believe it, just continue to watch. The Blazers are going to make some noise. They're probably going to be in the Western Conference Finals, and it's going to be because of Dame Lillard, and it's going to be because of McCollum. The Thunder, I don't know if it's the chemistry, the coaching, lack of three-point shooting, lack of togetherness, and the way that Westbrook seems to be leading them doesn't seem to work for them. But I think it's a combination of all those things working together against the Thunder that seems to be why they can't get over that hump. But to me, it's no shame in losing to the Blazers because they're a legit team. From top to bottom, the Blazers have the better roster. And if McCollum and Lillard is going to outplay George and Westbrook, then they definitely going to win that series. Okay, so moving on for that second round, you have the Blazers facing the Spurs, and I think that is going to be a good matchup for the Blazers. I think the Blazers have the edge because they have more firepower, but watch out because Popovich will try to slow Lillard down. If you cut the head off the snake, then maybe they can win that series. The Spurs could win that series, but that series probably going to go 6 or 7 games. Okay, the NBA, the first round of NBA playoffs has been really, really great. Been really exciting. A lot of excitement. A lot of teams going at it. A lot of players going at it. It's been really exciting to see Lillard and Westbrook go at it. Beverly and Durant was going at it for a little bit, and then Durant squashed that, okay? We're going to move on to the next topic. The next topic that I got for you guys is, who are the top 5 players in the playoffs right now? The top 5 players. I'm going to give you my list, and I encourage you to give me your list, comment your list on the bottom, okay, in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe, follow my YouTube channel, okay? Number 5, I got Dame Lillard. Mr. Lillard, Mr. Dame Time himself, has stepped up and played at an amazing MVP level this first round of the playoffs. He's been killing it. He's hands down, to me, the top point guard in the playoffs right now. So I got Dame Lillard, number 5 top players in the NBA playoffs right now, Dame Lillard. Number 4, Steph Curry. How can I leave Curry out? Curry's the best shooter to ever do it. He's the engine to that Warriors team. If he's playing at a high level, they're almost unbeatable. So, and I like the way that he's been playing in his first round. So Curry's number 4. Number 3 is Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. Offensively, defensively, he's taking that Toronto Raptors team to the level that they should have been at the last 3 years. He's the best player on that team, and he might be the best player in the Eastern Conference right now, besides Greek Freak and Embiid. I would have to get a nod to Greek Freak just because he's been playing like that all season. But the playoffs is when you make a name for yourself, and Leonard is definitely doing that right now. So look forward to seeing him go throughout these playoffs and see what he's going to do. Number 2. Greek the Freak, the MVP of the season for me, still playing at the high level. Nobody can stop him from getting to the rim. Nobody can stop him from dunking the ball. He does whatever he wants to, whenever he wants to do it. The sky's the limit for this kid. I'm just can't wait to see what he's going to do against the Celtics. I don't know how the Celtics are going to stop him. I'm going to have to send 2-3 people at this guy every time he gets the ball, and you still can't stop him. So Greek Freak's the number 2 player for me. Number 1 is Mr. KD himself, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Unreliable. To me, the guy gets too much blame and too much criticism, and he's a great basketball player. I don't care what he does off the court or him moving from OKC to the Warriors. That is over with. You need to let that go. Go ahead and just watch the guy play. Watch him play basketball. He does everything the right way. Great defensively, stepped up to another level. Block shots, rebound, on-ball defense, long defender, pull up from 30, 40, anywhere, can post up, mid-range game off the charts, dunks the ball, and he's a team player. The Warriors are only going to win if KD is KD, and he's the difference maker for them right now. And I'm excited to see him possibly and probably going to win a 3rd MVP in a row, Finals MVP in a row. If the Warriors make it that far, and I got them making it that far, and I got KD being the MVP 3 times in a row, okay? Like I said, comment your list in my section, okay? And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the show. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Shane Richardson. Thank you for coming into the garage with me. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I will see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed the show. Good night, folks.